moms and dads. It's my pleasure to welcome you back to Parenting from Z to A. Sometimes I feel like I'm banging my head against the wall. How many times have you found yourself feeling this way? In my office and during seminars, this seems to be a recurring lament from the majority of parents. My question, is it working? I read somewhere that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. So often, we repeat vicious cycles that get us nowhere, and we fall into unproductive patterns we don't even know we are stuck in. I keep telling him not to curse, but he keeps doing it. He still hits his sister, even though I send him to his room. I ground him, and he doesn't seem to care. Over and over, parents try hard without success. If you find that you are doing something over and over and it isn't working, it's time to try something new. Being flexible and creative in parenting children is extremely important. The lessons we want to teach are the same, only the way we teach them may have to change. Here are a few examples. A mother complained that her son wouldn't get up in the morning. She dreaded the time each day that she had to go in and wake him up. Her yelling and threatening didn't work. It was time to try some more creative strategies. We tried giving him an alarm clock, but he just shut it, rolled over, and went back to sleep. So we took his brother's Buzz Lightyear alarm clock that shouted, "To infinity and beyond!" over and over until it was turned off. And here's the creative part. We put it on the other side of the room where he had to get out of bed to turn it off. He found it so annoying that he actually started getting out of bed a few minutes before the alarm was set to go off, just so he didn't have to hear the annoying wake-up call. I have also done this technique blasting country music to a heavy metal teenager and other similarly annoying wake-up calls to help get children out of bed. Then there are many children who dawdle in the mornings, and getting dressed and out the door is a mad dash. Instead of constantly yelling at her daughter, we turn morning routine into a beat-the-clock game. The first person dressed with the bed made, ready to go, and so on, won a prize. The use of timers can be very effective in managing situations. I think many families throughout Brevard and Indian River counties now play Beat the Clock for morning and bedtime rituals. Rewards are another key area for flexibility. In order for a reward or a consequence to be effective, it needs to be meaningful to that particular child. In the late 70s, when I was 5, of course, I worked with Danny, a mentally challenged boy. This was the time when behavior modification was really becoming the rage. In this program, it was decided to use M&Ms as rewards for simple behaviors. But these candies did not interest Danny in the slightest. The school had a very difficult time getting him to cooperate because their rewards didn't work. But in spending time with him, I noticed that he loved water. He was happiest when he could put his hand in the sink and float his hand along the top. Well, that became his incentive, and his behavior management became much more effective. It took the flexibility and creativity of finding what worked for him that ultimately yielded successful results. One family I work with used a cursing can. Every time any family member was caught cursing, parents included, I might add, their name was written on a slip of paper and put in the can. On Saturday night, they would empty the can and add up all the names. The person with the least amount of slips got a special reward. It could have been a movie rental, a special meal prepared, and so on. And then there is the marble jar. There are many variations of using marbles for desirable behavior and cash-ins for earned rewards. A certain behavior is identified, could be cleaning up their room, going to bed without arguing, getting out the door in time for school, etc. And rewarded with marbles, or stickers, stars, poker chips, it really doesn't matter. What does matter is that the child can see the marbles accumulating and is allowed to cash them in when he has accumulated the required amount. One variation on this theme involves rewarding the innocent, and I use this term loosely, party, as a consequence to the offender. This works particularly well with name calling. So if one of your children calls a sibling a name, then the offended party is rewarded with a cookie, a marble in the jar, and so on. This tends to really upset the child who called his sibling a name. The last thing he wants to see is his sibling getting rewarded. I have seen many name callings end very quickly this way. The bottom line is this. If you find yourself tending to discipline in a way that over and over again is not effective, it's time to get creative and find another way to teach the lesson. If you insist on continuing to bang your head against the wall, at least cushion it with a pillow. Until next time, think about which situations find you banging your head against the wall, and how creativity may help solve this problem. As always, remember to nurture your caring connection. Being creative and flexible may help you find successful solutions. Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed it or learned something new, please hit the like button and share with a friend. It really helps out the channel. For more videos and tips for parenting toddlers, teens, and in-betweens, be sure to check out our other content and consider becoming a subscriber and ring that bell if you'd like to be notified of our videos. For affirmations, announcements, and conversations to have with your kids, follow me on Twitter at ParentingZ2A. And if you'd like to join a community of supportive parents looking to be their best just like you, come and join our Facebook community. Link in the description below. I'm Dr. Vicki. Until next time, enjoy your kids.